Eze, you mentioned your plans on this security issue, and then in the process you said something about empowering these youths that are constituting nuisance in the community. So our question is, what plans do you have in the positioning Okon on the path of development and progress?
As I said earlier, Okon challenges are multifaceted. We have been so long abandoned. I'm not careful to use that word or expression, but government has not been very favorable to us. Because if you look behind me, behind my house here, we are seated. You have vast portion of land and forest that is richly agrarian for agricultural purposes. I am not the one to say this or the first to have said it. Right away, way back in the 60s, early 60s, the then Premier of the Eastern Region, Sir Dr. Okon-Aku, located this place called Ere Farm Settlements. After various researches, the government then agreed that that portion of the region was the most fertile for so many agricultural purposes. Is it rice farming? Is it palm plantation? Is it all manners of crop farming? Now, that farm settlement was built or established, but now it's abandoned. The road facing me used to be a federal government road. In fact, the house next to me was where Ibrahim Bangida and some of those olden days military officers lived when the war ended in 1970. From here, they moved to 27 Battalion. 27 Battalion was located in a Ray Farm settlement because there was infrastructures there to house the soldiers. From 27 Battalion, they moved to 140 Battalion in Amasri. So this place shouldn't be a hidden place. If government was up to their games in trying to do a kind of backward integration for the purpose of development and wealth creation and job creation. So, but this road is abandoned. It's 12 kilometers to Orupam. Then from Orupam to Wana is about 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers. So in all, we have about 27 kilometers from here to Wana Fibo, which is the shortest distance to travel through when you're in this part of Abia State to Cross River State and also to Ebonyi State. I don't know why government has not come to reactivate this road and by extension reactivate the rail and use it for the purpose for which it was discovered. So I am pleading with government to come down to Okon. This is where the wealth of the state is. This is where the wealth of the nation is. This is where you have the best agricultural farmland in the whole eastern Nigeria. And it's not just small farmland, very big, vast area that can do all manner of agriculture and has the potential for other mineral resources.
But can it entertain mechanized farming?
Of course.
Is it vast enough to entertain mechanized farming?
We are talking about a portion that is more than 11 miles square. What kind of farming would you not engage in that kind of vast land? a portion that is environmentally, climatically friendly. The climatic condition in this area is one of the best in the world. Rainy season, sunny period is one of the best. And by the way, we have the river cross. If you look in your map, you see river cross, what it means to the Atlantic Ocean, just behind here. People keep saying that the Southeast is landlocked because this area is not developed. To discover that you can actually have access to Cameroon, to a lot of places through this river cross here. So whenever I hear people say Southeast is landlocked or if the Igbo's nation is landlocked, I will laugh because they don't know the true geography of the area or the region. So it's amazing why we have abandoned our wealth and chased the shadows elsewhere. So that is what I came to correct. I came to sensitize the government, both local and state, to look in here and see how we can harness the God-given resources in this area for the benefit of mankind. So the road should be built 12 kilometers from here, another 15 kilometers to Afigbo. I don't think it's a very long distance to do. And by the time you do this, you would have solved both social, economic, and security problems in this area. There will be presence of police force, maybe a police command office around here, because this is an interstate road. So this place will be better policed. Governance will get to this area. That is what we are crying for. And once you do that, Okon will cease to be a terminal community as it is seen. But we are not. We are the gateway to the wealth of Abia.
Wow, that's very revealing, Rhinus. With every politics comes with disagreement, misunderstanding, and to some extent, skirmishes here and there. Then as a leader, it's your responsibility to correct all. So because of the people that might not believe or accept you so far, what are you going to do, or what are you doing to carry them along to make sure that you have internal peace, which will guarantee progress of the community and execution of all your plans for the community? What are you doing in that respect?
First thing I did after I was elected in Nnaka of Okon-Aku, even before I was given staff of office by the government, I went round to our living elders, the elders of the community that are still alive. I went to each and every one of them. First, to introduce to them that a new king is in the community. Secondly, to ask them if there was anything they don't find comfortable with my emergence, or if they are in total agreement with the vision I am espousing to you now. In each visit, I went with some of my friends and those who eventually formed, and some of them who eventually formed my cabinet membership. I think all of them, all, were in agreement with the vision I had for the community. They were particularly happy at my emergence, and they pledged their allegiance, pledged their support, and said everything is okay. So if there is anybody that is in disagreement with my emergence, I don't know such person. Nobody has indicated such motive whatsoever. Yes, in a community like ours, having experienced what the situation we had in the past, people are bound not to be satisfied with some. Remember, I told you the very time I was made the king of the community, we also made our new Ezoko. So in this band of leadership, some people may not be happy, some may be happy. So it might not necessarily be the satisfaction about my position, but it might be the satisfaction about for whatever reason, about other things that happened. But we have tried, myself together with Ezoko, to bring the community together. We have made visits, we have made consultations, we've been holding meetings, town hall meetings, we have made visitation to homes, houses. Even the SYPG, I went to his house first to solicit his support for the peaceful coexistence of the people in the community. We have been engaging people, and we keep engaging people, because the search for peace in a community like ours is endless. It's a lifelong assignment that I have to do, I have to perform. So it's amazing that people will rise up and say there is no peace in Okon, or there is anything. And I told them clearly, if you have anything that you are not satisfied with, and I will have tried to resolve within ourselves in the community, and yet you are not satisfied, follow the legitimate and official procedure by reporting such matters, or even take legal actions. Then these things will be sorted out, not to resorting to self-help, or maybe setting up gangs, pocket of gangs, gangsters, to cause a situation in the community, or create a situation in the community that will not be comfortable with anyone. So I am a servant of the community, just like I'm a servant of the government. I interface between the community and the government. So in my relationship with the government and the people, I am trying my best to report anything that I cannot, I don't have total control of, to the appropriate quarters, including the security agencies. Because people have an adage that the madness that has lasted for too long, no matter how you try to treat it, the mad person will still be soliloquizing, talking to himself. So, and that's the situation we have. That long madness is being treated. But we know that no matter how we bring curative measures to the situation, people will still be talking to themselves on the evil to commit.